Hi, Mary Immaculate. My name's Connor. If you don't already know me, I'm a sophomore at Truman, and I'm at home. I'm sitting alone in my basement right now, and I found myself in a position where everything is entirely different. I found myself amidst a crisis, a sickness, and I was asked to give a little bit of a reflection on what's been going on in my heart. So today I was sitting in church and I was praying, and I was reading a book about a woman named Elizabeth LeSueur, whose whole life she's trying to convert her husband because he's an atheist. And this book is basically a collection of all the journals that she writes. Everything that she writes in her journal is contained in this book. And there's a ton of beautiful reflections in there. But one reflection that I read today was this. I'm going to read this. There are moments in life when we must look neither ahead nor behind nor to the side, but contemplate only the cross God offers us, from which will flow great graces for ourselves and others. I'm just going to read that again one more time. There are moments in life when we must look neither ahead nor behind nor to the side, but contemplate only the cross God offers us, from which will flow great graces for ourselves and others. You might be thinking, like, how could I not look behind me at what once used to be, at my school that I used to have, at all the activities I used to do before the coronavirus? Like, how could I not look behind me at all those good things? Or on the contrary, you might be thinking, how could I not look forward to what lies ahead? How could I not look forward to all those good things that are about to happen once this coronavirus is said and done, once everything is over? How could I not look forward to hanging out with my friends? How could I not look forward at the side to the people who are with me among this virus? How could I not look at my friends and say, like, we're in this together? How could I not? I think the point that Elizabeth LeSueur is trying to make is that, yeah, you can remember those memories that once used to be, those good memories that you used to have with your friends when you're hanging out with them, or you can remember those memories in the future. You could think about, like, what is to come. Like, it's going to be a good time. Like, I'm eventually going to go hang out with my friends. And yeah, you can think about these things. You can think about your friends that are walking alongside you among this virus. But something that stuck out to me, and something I think Elizabeth LeSueur is trying to drive home, is right now is an opportunity. Right now is an opportunity to contemplate our cross, to contemplate the cross that we have been given, the cross that God offers us, from which will flow great graces for ourselves and others. So what does that mean, to contemplate our cross? What does that mean? For me, I had to think about, like, what was the suffering that I was carrying? What is the suffering that I cannot control, that I need God's help for? What is that suffering? How can I think about that? And not only thinking about suffering, but also thinking about what my physical cross looks like. Because I think oftentimes for me, I'm a more visual learner. I like to see things. That's how I remember things, right? So for me, visual learning is all about remembering what that looks like. And so I have to create what that looks like in my mind. So what does my cross look like? What does my cross look like? And as I was sitting there in the church, I was thinking about what my cross looked like, and I was coming up with some good ideas. And I have my own vision of a cross in my mind. And that's a cross I'm not going to share. That's just a cross that's for me only to recognize, to know. And so I invite you to contemplate your own cross. What does your cross look like? What are the sufferings you've been through that have made your cross look like what it is? So how much does it weigh? How much does your cross weigh? Is it a light cross? Is it a heavy cross? Is it a sturdy cross or a fragile one? Does your cross have splinters in it, or is it smooth to the touch? Does it have rough edges, or is it round? Does your cross fit in your hand, or is it taller than you? How does that cross feel to hold? I challenge you to take this time at home, wherever you are, in the coming days, as we approach Easter. Ask Jesus to help you see your cross. Ask Jesus to help you imagine your cross and what it looks like. Everyone has their own crosses to contemplate. Everyone does. But the good thing about this is we know the end of the story. We know Jesus raises up from the dead. And we know that we don't carry our cross alone. So we ask Jesus to help us carry the cross. In this time of suffering, in this time of loneliness, Christ is calling us not to look behind at once what was, or ahead at what will be, or even to the side of us. But Christ is asking us to look at our cross right now and see our cross for what it is. And finally, he's asking us to ask him for help. Jesus, help me carry this cross. Amen.